Hello, hello. Welcome back to Cash Flowing Life, where I help you ditch the debt for financial freedom. Today, I am going over this annual and monthly budget template that I created. It is available for purchase in my Etsy shop, also called Cash Flowing Life. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check it out. And this is the demo video where I just show you how to navigate the template and how to best maximize it for your budgeting. As with all of the templates in my Etsy shop, they all come with a master copy, which is this one right up here. I recommend just not using this, keeping this as a safe copy just in case something weird happens with the copy that you're creating your budget with. They also all come with an example template so you can see how I have filled it out. And then they come with a second budget for you to actually do some work in. All of these individual files can be duplicated as well. So if you need to make a separate budget for maybe a business versus a home budget, you can definitely duplicate each form. The system that I'm working in within this template is on a Mac. It is the Numbers program. This is available as an Excel download. So whether you're working from Numbers or Excel or another program, this should be able to sync just fine with whatever program you're working with. So let's do some work in the example template. So as you can see here, I've went ahead and filled in January for you. You can create multiple rows within each section just by coming over here and adding a row above or below. And as long as you're not adding a row above the top or in the bottom one, all of the rows in the middle should be able to sink into this total right here. So you shouldn't have to do any extra adjustments within the cells. And same with the expenses category down here, and then the sinking funds as well. Now you'll see within this budget, I have a projected budget right here to begin the month in. And then over here, I have my actual numbers of what actually came in for income or what was actually spent on expenses and sinking funds. And everything in here is going to total out. So we have the income that totals out here. We have the expenses that total out all the way down here, and then also the sinking funds. So this is a zero-based budget. So as you can see here, everything is totaled out from what's coming in and what is going out. So if you have a remainder balance down here, it's going to show you that number right here, and you can allocate this money to wherever you want, whether that is going straight into savings or then rolling it over into the next month. Whatever you want to do is up to you. It's your budget. So this is where the budget gets really nerdy. So obviously it's great to know where our money is going every month, but if you want to track each category and figure out what you spent on groceries, your water, your cell phone, eating out for the entire year, let's go ahead and start scrolling over. And you're going to get a year-to-date total of whatever was put in the columns for your projected budget and then whatever was put into your actual column. So you're going to get a total of real life numbers for a year-to-date calendar. One thing that you can also do, which may or may not stick with your Excel download, is if you want the categories to hang out and be visible anywhere that you scroll, here's what you do. So if you want these two columns to stick, what you're going to do is you're going to select the columns that you want to stick. If you are, and then you're going to select freeze header columns. And then over here in this category where it says table, you can select how many you want frozen, which we want 2 of them. So it will go ahead and stick as you scroll. So if you're working in June, bam, there it is, done with June. You're going to scroll over to July. And then to the end of the year, there's the rest of the information so you can look at each category. So for the nerd in us all, if a budget template like this gets you really excited, which it does for me, I feel like this is the perfect template for any household, and especially if you're someone who runs a business, because you want exact year-to-date totals on expenses and anything business related. So it's really going to help you out at tax time. And I also feel like that's really going to help you out with the end of year planning, when you're planning for like a new year, where expenses pop up, like things you don't even think about, like your car registration, or if you or the months you go to the dentist, if you go once or twice a year. Now, if you are in debt, you can still use this budget. It's not going to calculate the interest payment for your debt and give you new up-to-date payment information. But if you want to track debts that you have within this budget, you would just create a line item expense for it. So say you have a Visa and you just want to track the minimum monthly payment or the payment that you plan on making. So let's say that your minimum payment for them is $80. But you're working the debt snowball, or whether you're not working the debt snowball, you can actually just put down here what you ended up actually paying for the total bill. So you can still track debt with it, and you still can create another section with here and like separate this box if you want. And the way to do that is to you're going to want to unmerge these cells. And then if you have a few line items, go ahead and take these ones, merge these together. Let's merge these together. And then you can give this a new label. And to make it look nice, I like the text to be centered in the box and then centered again. And of course, you can make the typology any way you want. And then I will go into the cell and I will pick a new fill color for it. Let's just match it, which, what's the opacity of it? I can't remember. It's close enough. And then if you want to do the line item within it as well, you can just corner these boxes, go to the top header, and just make that line a little bit thicker. And it's that one. There you go. So now you have a section that you can solidify your debt payments, and then you would just want to select all of these all the way through. If you select the entire row, it's going to give you a line strike in between all of these white ones as well. So I just go through and manually select the ones that I want. And then you just select this top one. We'll go to the dark gray, and that should be a 3-point font. So there you go. You have lines for all of your debt payments now as well. And now we have a new row category for your debt payments. So it is a pretty easy form to customize if you're a little bit familiar with Excel and numbers. If you're brand new, please don't be scared of it. If you mess up with creating your budget, just come back to the master form and create a duplicate form for it. So you'll be all set there. So if you have any questions about how to use this budget, you can leave a comment down below here on this YouTube channel. I'm happy to help you out. You can also send me a message via my Etsy shop, and I'm happy to get back to you over there. And a link in the description box is available down below to my Etsy shop if you find this budget template super helpful and want to purchase it for yourself.